Welcome back to SK Hobbies AZ, and I am Stitch. And on this episode, we built an SCX24 out of our scrap for Ivan from the AZRC Bashers. So you're going to want to check this out, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So let me kind of show you something real quick here. So this is my Furetech scythe build. This is actually my son Ashton's build that I did. And so it's got the aluminum scythe chassis. This is the, I guess it's the gray and red one. And we have, and I've already kind of covered this before, but we're running the Furetech Komodo motor, running the Furetech Ultimate ESC. We've got CCX Reef's servo in there, which is the Mighty Chihuahua. It is got fully high clearance aluminum links. Everything's done in red. It's got the Endura skid plate, of course, the high clearance links and the steering linkage. We're running CCXRC's front and rear axle housings with CCXRC's diff covers. We're running the upper link from CCXRC, and then of course the servo mount is the Endura aluminum servo mount. We're running the Endura aluminum bead locks, and of course these are the J Concept Tusk 1.0s on here. Endura double barrel shocks. These are the 43 millimeter double barrel shocks that I use on all my SCX24s, and we do the battery mount here in the rear. Now Ivan took and got to play with this at our last AZRC Bashers bash. We did kind of like a midnight crawl on Saturday, where we put some rocks out around the campfire, and we were crawling with it, and he fell in love with this for the fact he really wanted my son's rig. Of course, I'm not going to give up my son's SCX24. I decided what I was going to do was go through all of my spare parts of what I've taken off of my RCs and all these SCX24s and see what I could throw together to kind of make Ivan something similar to this. Now, he does like the scythe chassis, so when it comes down to it, I had a second one of these that I did build originally, but I wasn't using anymore because it turned into something else. And this is what I built. Now, with that being said, let's get this battery out of the way. So with that being said, this is what I came up with. Now, this is running a lot of stock electronics, except for the servo in the front. So we're running a stock. You can see right here we got the 88T dynamite motor that comes with the SCX24s. We're running the stock transmission in there, gearbox. We're running stock electronics, which I mounted right up front up here, right in between the two tines up here. We've got the electronics, and then we're running an Emax servo, and we're doing the battery in the same spot. Now, the only difference between this one and how I did before is I put this little cross beam in the back to kind of hold everything in, because this is actually the carbon fiber chassis. And I don't have this bolted in yet, but that's going to get kind of bolted in there. But also, it gives you a little bit of lift that you can lift it up, put the battery in, and then push that down on the top, which we'll show you guys. And underneath, we're running stock axles. We're not running any extensions on it, but I do have CCXRC's brass hubs in there. And they're the brass hub hexes that he sent me. And also I've got his rear diff cover on the rear. In the front, we're running brass hex links, or hexes up there. We're running an Endura front diff cover. Now that front diff cover is a little bit heavier than CCXRC's, so that's why I put that one up front. The linkage is the Endura high clearance links for a C10. So we're running a C10 platform. Mine is actually, for my son, is running off of the deadbolt platform. So we're running deadbolt. So this has a little bit shorter wheelbase, but I do like this one better because of the longer drive shaft up front. With my sons, we had to do some adjustment on the shocks in order to get that to that drive shaft not to fall out. So I decided with Ivan, we're doing the C10 build. Now with that, we're running the stock plastic drive shafts that come on the SCX24. And then we get to the good part where we are running the Endura bead locks. These are the aluminum ones, and we're running RC four-wheel drive scrambler tires on his. Now, the only complaint he had about my son's was that the tires were so small. He wanted some bigger tires. Now, I had these on my Gladiator for a while, and then now we've upgraded those ones to some little guy racing tires, so we're not running these scramblers on there anymore. So I put the scramblers on this bad boy. So now, how much is it going to perform over the Furatech one? It's definitely a lot lighter. This one's a lot lighter. I don't have my scales currently right now. I can definitely tell in weight it is a lot lighter. But we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of lines on the course so you guys can see how this thing performs on the course. And then we're definitely gonna be getting this over to Ivan here soon. And Ivan will finally be part of the SCX24 nation out there that is so awesome. These little crawlers are amazing in the 24 scale. But enough of me talking. Let's get this bad boy out on the course. All right, so we are out on our backyard crawler course. Now it is currently like 97 degrees outside right now, so we're not gonna really run this too much, but I wanted to kind of show you guys how it looks with the battery in it. That back little lid just kind of sets right on the battery, helps hold it down. We do have the Velcro strap on the back to hold the wires in. Servo, it's not as quick as the Mighty Chihuahua or the Reefs 99 servo, but this is going to do for Ivan. He didn't really want something super duper like what we build here. He wanted something he could tinker with and be able to upgrade down the road. So let's go ahead and give it a roll. Now this is running off of stock electronics, so we are going to get a little bit of a hang up. It's not going to have like the power that the Furatech ones do, but I think it's going to do it. Now, with this, I do think that there's just not enough power in that motor, and I think we're eventually going to have to convince Ivan to go ahead and upgrade that motor. But, you know, I think it'll work for now for him. It's got a little bit of get up and go. It does hang up a little bit, but it's making it. All right, jump down in the comment sections. Let me know what you think. I do think that motor does need to get upgraded, and we'll talk to Ivan about that. There's just not enough power out of that thing to get up some of the spots. You got to kind of back up, give it a little bit of a different angle, and it makes it up. But I think it's what he wanted. He wanted, you know, whatever I had laying around and stock to throw on it to create a similar crawler to what my son had. But anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. Jump down in that comment section. Let me know how you're doing. Don't forget to bash that bell. I'm Stitch, SK Hobbies AZ, and I'm out.